Set a collision course for adventure. This is Cosmopunk.
Glitch, a Starfinder in D&D 5e homebrew story, featuring the crew of the Leica 7.
I am Pan and I play Baphomet, Captain of the Leica 7, displaced galactic idol, now in the body of a kobold android mystic and determined to get it all back one way or another.
Hi, I'm RJ and I play V the Vesk, who's the Leica 7's resident designer, mechanic and over-enthusiastic van owner. They also have a drone familiar called Flyby.
Hey, I'm Cypher and I play a small punky Yosaki otter named Ryder, operative and pilot of the Leica 7.
Hello, I'm Ty, and I play Radar, a cyborg coyote engineer and weapons officer aboard the Leica 7.
And I am Fringe, guest game master. After receiving an invitation from the intergalactic media and entertainment mogul, Fleabert Gaxley, the crew make their way to his converted dreadnaught entertainment vessel, the Party Mark II. Baphomet was personally invited and hopes to use the opportunity with Mr Gaxley as a platform back into stardom. However, the rest of the crew remains cautious as to his true motives. Chapter 2: Party and Games. Alright, so as you guys are walking down the docking collar, the final door opens and you are presented with two figures waiting for you. You recognize these two figures. One of them being the Lashanta lady that you met earlier, Dawn, and the other being the Tengu, the bird fellow next to her. It's
Resik?
Pezek.
Pezik, that's it. Oh, that's a P, not an R. Pezik.
How do you spell her name?
Dawn is in D-A-W-N.
Oh, Dawn. I was thinking Dawn. Okay.
And Pezek.
It's Dawn, and then Pezik. Is Crunch not there?
Crunch isn't there. It's just those two.
Oh. V was going to be
Oh, it's V's favourite.
Oh, so we got a crush?
Shut up.
Gonna nudge me in the ribs.
It is good to see you all again, Dawn says.
Dawn, you two, it's lovely. And, Pesek, was it?
Yep, that'd be me.
Pleasure to see you as well. Sorry we're a bit late. We got waylaid. A little shopping trip.
Oh, this is no problem at all. I hope you don't mind the less than large meeting. I figured you wouldn't want too much attention on your arrival. Figured I would get you to Mr. Gaxley in post-haste, of course.
Of course.
I was expecting more people to be here, but no, that's fine, I guess.
I was looking forward to a little attention, but that's fine.
Well, if you would like, we can go past, some of the more populated parts of the ship if you wish. I just wanted to make sure that, you weren't bombarded by adoring fans, of course.
Oh, of course. I completely understand. And she's going to speak psychically into Ryder's mind and say yes.
Yes!
Oh, Ryder, really? Do you want to? I guess we could. She wants to show up.
Yeah, go on, let's do that.
Side glance at V.
V just side glances back.
Yeah.
So you guys want to go through more populated areas, correct?
Yeah, like if there's a promenade sort of thing.
All right. Don looks at all. Very well then. Please follow me and stay close. I don't want to lose you. We'll be heading to the theater where Mr. Gaxley is. He's in the top box, of course. And she begins leading you on. You go basically, are you guys following her? I guess I should ask first.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
So anyway, you guys start heading down. She leads you past some doors, which looks like a service door, and goes through another more ornate-looking doors, which are the usual entrance area. And all of a sudden, these doors, they look like fanned wings almost. And as she gets close, they kind of just pull up from the bottom up, and they look like birds lifting their wings up. And you enter into this large, you see out. It almost looks like Disneyland in a way, because you see you can see all these buildings, in here. And as you look up, you can actually see they removed part of the roofing, and it looks like there's a fake sky line above you. Like you see, stars and such above you. You also see Lashunta's home planet, Kosovel, in the image. Like it's almost like a transparent view screen. And as you're walking, you notice that there are people, rather well-dressed individuals. There are, the way you're coming through, you have, what looks like little shops and little coffee areas and such where people are talking. This looks more to be a kind of, it's almost built looking like a downtown street. But as you get further down going, you start hearing music and such. This like, and you realize, oh, it sounds like a club music. It's that heavy bumping music and such. And then you realize, oh, there's this large, club that's now, nearby that you guys are walking past. And of course, as Baff is walking with you, Baff starts getting, some people whispering to each other and saying, and you actually have some people start walking up towards you, Baff.
Baff's going to, smile. Very. She's very happy. She's with her best friend. She's in a place that feels like almost like home for some reason to her, and there's an adoring public. So she's going to wave politely at the crowd.
She's irrelevant.
Baff, you actually have a young girl come up to you, and she's holding what looks like I almost want to say it looks like a menu kind of thing, but she has a pen. It's like, oh, Baphomet, can I have your autograph? She's apparently grabbed something as close as she could get her hands on and is trying to get your signature.
Well, Baffy, you got a fan.
Yeah, apparently you're popular, ain't you?
It's just a little human girl.
A human girl, yeah, okay. So, Baff. Of course you can, dear. What's your name?
My name is Pan.
Okay, Pan, that's no problem. May I? And she takes the menu. It's actually just a menu from like a restaurant?
Yeah, the menu from a restaurant, and she has a little pen that she has with her.
Oh. Yeah, she signs it, with love, Baphomet. I'll have the number 3.
You could actually see the excitement in this little girl bouncing up and down as she gets to the little signature. You can see that she then runs out going, Mom, oh my God, Baphomet's autograph. So
Baphomet beams wide. She's super happy as she keeps on walking.
This is the happiest I've ever seen Bath.
Yeah, right. It's nice.
Yeah.
So, of course, you're moving on. You go past you get to the center, basically, you think, of the ship, and it looks like a large, open-aired kind of performance area where there's people. There's performers there. You actually see there are 2 the Japanese dance where they're like wearing masks. They're doing these dances with the music and such.
Oh, spooky.
Yeah,
they're doing outdoor theater there. It's a round.
Rudd is very interested in this for some reason.
And they're actually doing what looks like a play sword fight. Like it's a story of these 2 warriors meeting, and you can actually hear the
Rudd is intensely interested in
the
this.
music. The music's playing, and every so often the clang of the metal meets in time with the music. It seems like you can tell that the 2 individuals. You can't really tell what the individuals are underneath the outfits because they're wearing these large, bellowing kind of outfits, like you see, like the old Japanese kind of outfits where they're fighting with their blades and such. And so they are, doing their sword fights, and you could see like some of them are, at some points one of them rolls to dodge the attack of another, and
Rudder has stopped walking and is now watching this.
V has walked into the back of Ryder.
Radar has picked up Ryder and is sort of just carrying her, so she can still watch the thing, but we're still moving.
No. Oh.
We have to go. We have a thing to do. We'll come back after. We'll come back
There's
after.
this.
We'll come back after.
I don't know what this is, but I love it. It's like anime, but in real life.
Look, it's fine. We'll come back after.
Don looks back and sees hears a little commotion. It's like, oh, don't worry, they'll have another show later tonight if you want to come back.
See?
Brilliant. Yeah. Okay.
You can watch it from the start then.
Yeah. Okay. I think that'd be much more interesting.
All right, so you guys, just to move on for more, you guys get closer and closer. You pass the theater, past the Alpen Theater, and you actually see another large building. And this one, you can actually hear what sounds like music coming from it. It's almost opera-like. And Dawn smiles and says, well, we're almost there. If you please follow me. And she, instead of going towards the main door, she actually walks off to the side where, believe it or not, Crunch is standing there by a door.
Yay! I mean, nods.
Oh, subtlety. Nice.
Yeah. Is it like we've known V long enough that we can definitely see that there's some repressed emotional response there?
How dare you just have emotion?
That's chittering.
Yeah.
All right.
V, your tail's wagging.
No, it isn't. Your tail's wagging.
It is, but mine does it all the time. Look, I have no control over this appendage.
And apparently, as you stare at it longer, you're like, I must bite this. No, I can't. I must look away.
I mustn't. No, we're in public. Later.
Later, I will chase you. To the end of the earth.
I'll get.
Anyway, so you guys come up to this, up to Crunch, who is guarding a door. He's like,
Well, it's good to see you guys again.
Hello, fella.
Crunch, it's a pleasure. Are you doing well?
Well as one can be, though I wish I could be off duty by now. Anyway,
Well, maybe we'll have a drink later on, I'm sure.
Mr. Gaxley is waiting for you. Behind these doors is an elevator for you.
and Dawn smiles and says, this is as far as I'm going to go, darlings. Please help take the elevator up. There should be a large blue button on the elevator. Just press that, and that will take you to Mr. Gaxley's, to his box, his theater box.
Hey, Dawn. Thank you for the escort. I guess we'll see you around.
Yeah, see you around later.
You've been most helpful, Don. Thank you.
All right, and Dawn and Pizik both head off while Crunch stays there by the door. Do you guys go in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Basically, it's a simple sliding door that opens up, and behind it is a gold elevator. Basically, it's rather gaudy all of a sudden, as you see. But
Ooh.
are you guys going to approach it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go in.
Yeah, Bath goes straight in.
All right.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, this is tacky, isn't it?
It's shiny.
All right. So,
I can see my, I can see, never seen my face in an elevator before.
there's a call button on the side. It's just one arrow pointing up. Are you going to press? One of you going to press it?
Is it the blue button?
Is it the blue button?
Yeah.
It's just a call button. It's not. It does. It's. She said it was inside the elevator that there's a blue button.
All right.
Oh, I thought we were in. Oh, yeah, we'll call it. Yeah.
The door opens up, and inside is a rather spacious-looking elevator. I assume all you're going to pile in.
Does it have
Yep.
seats?
No seats. It's just.
What, in an elevator?
Yeah.
I don't know how
elevator,
fast this elevator is. Yeah.
Well,
It
we
starts
have.
off like a turbo lift.
We step in. Well, Bath steps in regards anyway.
Yeah.
And, back into your
maybe it's the same.
All right.
Yeah, Ryder gets in as well. Can Ryder reach the button?
The button is actually at. So you have your usual arrangement of buttons, and on the top, it's a little bit higher than. But there's a big red-blue button on the top of this. So you've seen
Wait, a big red blue button?
Big round.
big round blue button.
Okay, Ryder casually walks up the wall of the elevator and presses the button, forgetting that she just does that. So her dress kind of goes sideways for a moment, and then she comes back down.
Anyway, so
Ryder,
What?
The crunch see that.
don't do that.
What?
Walk up the wall.
Oh, the wall. Yeah, that's probably not very.
In this elevator, we obey the laws of gravity.
I mean, Bath's the authority on this, but I don't think that's good etiquette.
Yeah, I'm still not familiar on how to do the sachet thing that Baph does. She does that really well.
The sachet thing?
Yeah, you know, with the hips and the swaying around and the twirling, and Ryder does the twirl again. It's slightly better, but still not great.
all right. So
Bath hasn't been paying attention. She is vibrating in the corner.
and you hear this noise, and you're like, "What the heck is that noise?" It's metal vibration.
Why is the elevator vibrating?
Oh, yeah. All that gold, and you can't make an elevator that doesn't make weird noises.
Well, anyway, the doors close, and the elevator has a good pace. But as it zooms up, I mean, you're not floored by it, but you definitely could tell that it's hauling gear. And soon, with a loud, the doors reopen, and you can see that you're in what looks almost like a that's the best way to describe it. Have you guys ever seen like those like what's that movie called? Where there's this box. Basically, it has a glass window there. There's seats there in front of the window that you can see down. You can see that there's a theater.
Is it
and
like the VIP box at the Super Bowl?
Exactly.
Sort of thing?
At a stadium, yeah. It's one of them super.
Right.
Yeah. And you could see that there's a figure sitting in a chair by the window, looking down. And as soon as he hears the elevator, he turns around, and there is a rather pudgy-looking Ashanti, well dressed in a white tuxedo, and he sees he sees you guys, and he looks a bit before he spots Bath, and then starts smiling widely before standing up. Ah, my starlet, you have arrived at last.
Fleabert, it's such a pleasure to make your acquaintance again. How are you, darling? And they do like the air kisses thing.
Oh, I am well, my darling. It is good to see you I would say in the flesh, but in present company that might not be inappropriate. But please, would you like a drink? As he motions over towards the bar, where you can see it's well stocked. Like, it has every kind of drink that you can imagine and such.
Wag.
Wait, guys, wait.
That would be marvelous. Thank you, Fleabert.
Okay, go.
And run.
They're all like staring and waiting for Bat to say go, and then just destroy the bar.
V and Radar just portal over to the bar.
I do apologize that my bartender isn't here. He's a bit of the more interesting type of gentleman who comes and goes as he pleases at times.
That's okay, we can serve ourselves. Ooh, vodka.
No, guys, okay. You know what? It's fine.
I'm fixing.
Hey, V.
Yeah.
One bottle or two.
Yes.
Excellent.
Maybe try and temper it a bit while we're in present company, Radar.
Sorry, what?
Huh?
What?
Oh no, it's fine. Maybe just have the one bottle.
You know I can drink this like water, right, and be fine.
I know. Just maybe have the one bottle.
Okay, just the one bottle.
Okay.
See, Gaxley is rather amused watching this, as he's watching them before turning his eyes back to Bath. So how are you, darling? I believe it's been quite a while since we talked in person. Well, even at person, it's been such a time.
It's been difficult. Fleabert, I know you are a man of means. If I may, it's taken a while to reach out to me. I know that we were never especially close, but I thought we were friendly at least.
Aye, that is true. That is true. But, business and such keeps me away. Plus, all that has been going on. I do hope you forgive me. Especially, I've been a little more trepid about contacting you. As I have received word during our investigations that your crew had actually been at one of our resorts that ran afoul as of late.
At this point, Ryder trots over with a champagne glass of sake with a bit of cucumber in it.
Thank you. Wait, is that for me, Ryder? Or is that for yourself?
Oh, this is for me.
That's fine. No, that's
Radar hears this and starts mixing something very quickly for Bath.
That's all right. No, you are correct, Fleabert. We did meet your employee or your ex-employee, the Siphonophore.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They were well-meaning, and we came to an arrangement. However, I think that perhaps you would do well to reach out to them at some point. They've exited their previous employment, but I'm sure that a man of your means could still find them.
Something iridescent and purple arrives in front of Bath as a drink.
Oh, thank you, Radar.
Yes.
He just grabbed what he thought was pretty.
Well,
Mr. Gaxley, can I call you Mr. Gaxley?
yes, please, darling.
Thank you. That creature, that Siphonophore, your former employee, the Aslanti were very interested in it. whatever you do, just make sure they don't get their hands on it. It's incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
It's also alone, and we would rather see it not taken advantage of any further. We appreciate that you had hired them. I spoke with them, but the Atlanti saw things differently, and we would like to see that not happen again.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, at this point, if the Atlanti ever do catch up, then they're going to kick its ass.
Well,
But that's enough of such talk. I must say, I love what you've done with the place. So you created a secondary party in your own image.
indeed, I have. Ever since the party started coming apart, and I myself have pulled out along with other businesses, I felt it prudent to continue to live on the legacy of the party in a much more condensed form. I felt having my own party, I would enjoy hosting everything under the sun, whereas I would not have to deal with the bickering of the other companies who find any way to ruin my name.
Do you still have dealings with Lost Sphere?
Out of character, I'm trying to...
Is it Lost Sphere or Lost Shard?
Oh, sorry, you know what? It's Lost Shard, my bad.
Yeah.
Out of character, Lost Shard are Baphomet's previous recording company.
Yeah. /captors.
/captors / they are like Disney times 20 and way more evil. But also unsuccessful, so swings around us.
I have some dealings with them, not as much as we used to have, of course, but I haven't had much need in the music business in a while.
So, Mr. Gaxley, what'd you call this place? Is it just Party 2?
Yeah,
Because that's a little bit uncreative, if you don't mind me saying. Not a criticism, just matter of taste.
Right now.
Maybe they got to build on the legacy of their original brand in order to further.
Why not call it the after party?
Hey, there you go.
Just don't mind me. I'm just over here mixing drinks.
Baphomet is definitely embarrassed.
Gaxley.
Radar knows this.
Mr. Gaxley smiles a bit. I'll take that name under consideration, of course, but for now, I felt it would be much more for its initial flight to be called the Party Mach 2, so people might know.
Yes, brand recognition, innit?
Besides, there's no intergalactic copyright mark for the party, of course.
So, got to ask, Mr. Gaxley, why'd you call Baffy?
You see Mr. Gaxley twist on a ring on his finger as he smiles a bit. Well, you see that there's a business opportunity that I wish to offer to you, or at least Miss Baphomet here, but the offer also is for you as well, for the rest of your party, Miss Baphomet.
Where I go, they go most of the time.
We do like business.
Not that I'm not obviously flattered. Of course I am. It's been nice. It's been very nice. But obviously there's business to be had.
Indeed. Well, as much as I would like to tell you about this business, there is a little bit of protocol that we must follow, because this is information that cannot leave this place. Is that understood?
Eyebrow raise.
Fine by me. We've got to keep in secrets, aren't we, guys?
Yeah.
Aren't we, guys?
Yeah.
I have kept over 2 secrets before.
Well, there's a little bit more to that, and he reaches over to his chair, and you can see one of the compartments pops open, and he pulls out what looks like contracts before offering them to each one of you.
One just sort of looks at it.
No.
Is this an NDA?
This is a non-disclosure form. What you are about to hear cannot leave this room until after we have published our findings.
Bask signed contract before, so can I roll a sense motive just to look it once over, make sure it's all
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think we'll all be reading the contracts before we sign them.
Yeah. V's going to take Baph's professional opinion on this because V's used to scientific contracts and sort of academic stuff, but they're not interested in show business type stuff before. So they're going to defer to Baph on this one.
Yeah. Well, Baph rolls a 23.
All right. So
23 at reading.
Yeah, Baph reads real good.
All right, Baph.
Oh, can you do the thing where you just flip through the contract really fast, but with all your eyes open, so you read every page?
Yeah, that's that's what she does. Each eye moves at a slightly different pace while reading through the contract at high speed.
All right, so basically, given what you rolled, if you're able to read through the contract, and you can see that there's a time limit on this contract, that it is basically you're not allowed to say anything for up to whatever it says a product to be named on it. Basically, it says that it's supposed to be undisclosed for until the product has been released. It doesn't give any names of what the product is. It just says calls the product, and that any information about relating to the product is therefore, not to be divulged to any individuals, either friends, family, only those in this room, and it includes, a little addendum to additional contract signers, and to Mr. Gaxley and Dawn, and it has also other contract holders and such that it lists.
So this seems like a standard non-disclosure agreement. No, nothing about if we die, we can't sue the company or anything. Just the standard stuff.
Yeah, this is just.
I mean, dead people don't usually sue companies anyway, but
yeah, this is just.
In this universe, they might.
Well, if V dies, Baphomet would sue.
There's actually quite a cool idea for an RP. I'm going to put that in the vault for later.
Yeah.
Suing a company that V dies?
Radar's died before. Can he sue people?
Who are you going to sue?
I don't know. Whoever killed him.
So yeah, he looks it over and goes, this all looks about standard, guys.
Yeah.
But I am curious, this product you speak of, is it that big a deal? I mean, it's hard to keep secrets in our line of work.
Can you give us a clue about what it is?
We'd have to sign first.
You would have to sign.
That's how these things work.
All right.
But Beth's she's going to sign.
Hang on. This isn't a bonding contract, is it? This is just if we hear about it, we can't say anything.
No. Yeah, if we deal with it, we can't tell anybody about it.
He can tell us what it is, and we can still refuse to do it.
No, that's not how it works.
It's just we don't tell anyone if we refuse.
Nah, that's not how it works.
That's not how non-disclosure agreements work.
So once we sign it, we're in.
Yeah, but if it's a standard contract, it just says don't tell anybody. It's not like we kill you. It's just a standard legal contract. Don't tell people what you see.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I think this looks legit, guys. Let's
V's gonna sign as well with their surprisingly neat handwriting.
He writes an amazing cursive. It's great.
That is the sign of a psychopath.
Mr. Gaxley smiles as he checks the paperwork just to make sure that you signed every part of it. And then he looks at you as like, perfect. Well then, I believe then someone much more of experience would be better at telling you this. Before he presses a button on his chair.
And shoots off to the moon.
In a few moments, you hear the elevator ding behind you. And as you turn around to look, there stands Mr. Gaxley. Another Mr. Gaxley.
Well, that's
clones. It's clones, isn't it?
Maybe. Or it could be holograms, or it could be projections, or he could just have a twin brother he's never told us about.
Mr. Gaxley in the elevator smiles and steps up. I do apologize for the deception, but I had to make sure that you guys were not going to harm me after the incident at Slipstream, of course. Plus, making sure that if I am to tell you what it is, that you signed your agreements.
Well, it's not ominous at all.
We don't blame you for Slipstream, and neither does F104.
You'd be surprised how many families believe otherwise.
Understandable, I guess.
Also, not ominous at all.
Yeah, they're very ominous.
Thanks.
Show business, darlings.
And you see Mr. Gaxley look up at the other Mr. Gaxley at the chair and says, "That'll be all, Edward." And you can see that the other Mr. Gaxley nods and smiles before he twists his ring again. Before all of a sudden that you notice that the Lashunta in front of you changes before your very eyes. And you are greeted with a rather well-dressed android with looks like a bartender's outfit. And he smiles at you. His eyes.
The regular bartender. Right.
That's good. I like that. That's a nice
that was clever.
What does Edward look like?
As his normal self, he's a android. You could tell from the joints and such, and he has the bartender outfit, and he smiles a bit. I do apologize to deceiving you, but as Mr. Gaxley say. We can't be too careful, of course.
No, of course.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's nice to meet you, Edward.
Yes, it is. I am also going by the nickname Face Dancer for Mr. Gaxley.
Interesting name.
Fair-
I get it because of the faces and the. I
Yes,
get it.
yes,
It's thing.
I take my leave then, milady. You have a great day. And he heads towards the elevator as Mr. Gaxley motions, basically allows him to walk by into the elevator before the elevator closes. Well, now that we're alone, I can begin to explain to you what it is that you are here for. And he
yeah, I'm dying to know at this point.
he walks over and presses another button on the chair before you see shutters coming down to close the glass window. And
Well, it just gets more and more ominous, doesn't it?
he then presses another button before a screen pulls down. Many planets away from here, we found a wreckage. A rather old wreckage. One that we believe to be pre-Gap. A ship. And he presses...
Radar perks up at this.
Yeah, V perks up as well.
He pushes a button and all of a sudden you see what looks like a desert planet. And jutting from the sand, you see what looks like an antenna, like jutting out of the sand. During our expeditions to looking for new planets for purchase or improving, tourism and such, we came across this ship in one of our explorations of a desert planet. We found that it was once a colony ship. We do not have a name for when we found the ship. It was broken into pieces. The names were all etched off. We believe that this was caused by the pre-Gap. However, and he flips through images and you can see like these are video recordings from people going into the ship, like you do that. It's an old, like big Huskin ships, and you can see they're walking, and that you see tubes, like humans, like rather large tubes, like pods in rows.
Radar's starting to feel very uncomfortable.
And Gaxley starts talking again. We believe that this was once a colonist ship long ago. We're not entirely sure of where it came from and whose origins. Even the skeletons that we were able to find were in pieces. But we believe, as I said, that the ship used to be a far bigger one that broke up. What we found here was part of the frontal compartment of the ship. And he clicks through some more images where you could see that there's a big rip where they find there's a like sand coming in, but there was like a big rip in the hull. But we found something rather interesting. Something that we can't explain quite well. We found something that is still working. And he clicks, and you see what looks like a bunch of computer terminals that are powered down. Like you can't, like, you can see that there's like keypad that leads to this large piece of ship that like there's wires and consoles all over it. And we thought, it was impressively intact for surviving such a crash that we brought it back. When we powered it up, we met him. And Gaxley presses the button one more time before a image appears of what looks like letters. It fizzles in before it looks like it was a recording of a screen before you see the letters D A A V E, and then all of a sudden a voice starts speaking.
Adaptive archive threshold experience online.
Or Dave.
It's called Dave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, his name is Dave, as we found out. And
How mundane.
Guys,
Well-
please let him finish.
Let him finish, come on.
well, excited that we were surprised that this piece of technology still worked, especially pre-Gap, and it seemed to have still held memory. We were able to do an external scan of its systems, and surprisingly, most of the data appears to be intact. There was some fragmentation, of course, but it appears that whatever this program it is, it was able to repair most of the damage once we were able to restart it. It seemed to be almost adaptive, as the name entails, of course, but when we tried to communicate with it, we found that it could only be communicated properly through a cranial connection, as strange as that sounds. And we were able to figure out that Dave here was used as an entertainment unit for the crew, and we believe that the crew were in hibernative sleep, and that their minds were still functional during this sleep, and that Dave was an entertainment for them. Now, we've attempted with some cybernetic minds to access it, and this is what we were able to get before Dave realized that they were not proper minds. And he clicks again and shows basically what looks like a room. It's looks like a, what's the word on for it? Like a lobby. Like you're in a mall, you see like tables and such, and there's lights and such, and there's arches on each, around it. And all the arches are dark except for one. And you hear music. It sounds like almost medieval kind of music playing. A flute and such playing. And you can see that there is this arch that has Adventure Games, is what it says. And then you see that the image fizzles. We've had sent in a couple individuals to experience it. So far, we've been able to recreate the system without having to send anyone to hibernation. Initial progress has shown to be quite successful. Some of our individuals that we have sent in, we've been able to pull back. They've been able to access the programming, and we're able to get some interesting information. Apparently, whoever made this program made it so that it contained information from other individuals. Like it was built from the minds of all these people sleeping. It is quite fascinating. And our initial tests so far prove that anyone can enter this program and be recalled quickly back if needed, should anything ever happen.
So, you guys found a games console from before the gap?
And pretty much what it would seem.
Some kind of virtual console? You have to...
Yeah, but it's like for hibernating, like colony ships. Like you go under, but your mind and your body still need to stay active, so you play games the whole way.
That would have been nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you access it by cranial connection?
We created a device, and Mr. Gaxley clicks again, and you see what looks like it looks kind of like a mesh hat that it's basically a diagram where you see that attaches to the head. It basically it's basically a hat that sits on your head that works.
So we don't have to actually have a cranial implant or anything.
No, although it looked like that the previous individuals, and he clicks and shows some of the empty tubes where you can see that there was actually a port in one of the tubes that looked like you can see it looked like a syringe sticking out where their necks connected, and you can see like in one of the things, another picture shows like what looks like remains of a wiring device that it's a port where that needle would have gone into.
Radar, this should be right up your alley, surely.
I'm not going to lie, Bath. This is somewhat uncomfortable to look at.
Yeah, I don't think brain spikes are up anyone's alley.
That's why we made sure that we don't have you doing that.
I mean, clever move. Yeah, good job.
Yeah,
so,
thanks.
What do you need from us? I was under the impression this was if you'll pardon me, something to do with my performance work.
Well, my dear, that is part of the reason why I actually called you today. You see, we want to recreate this program. We want to learn from its programming. And what better way than to have our dear Starlet here be the first beta tester of this program, a program that's been lost for ages, that maybe we can recreate and create a video game, and that you, my dear, would be the star of it. You would be on every poster. You would be, your review of it would be perfect. We can have you and your crew be willing to do it. We'll be willing to pay you handsomely, each of you. And we would make sure that when the machine is completed, that you would get the first edition of our programming, along with lifetime repairs and parts.
So you want us to beta test a video game, is what you're saying?
We would love to have Miss Baphomet's fame help promote our new product.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I mean,
it's up to you, Baphomet, ultimately.
Mr. Gaxley, Fleabert, if we may have a moment.
Very well.
Just my crew and I alone for a moment.
As you wish. And Mr. Gaxley will step out and head towards the elevator, pressing the button. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. If that will be...
Hey.
So have we got...
Yeah, we shouldn't be too long. We'll just talk.
Has Edward left as well?
Edward has already left.
Yeah, are we alone in here?
So we're just sitting on the big sofa in the VIP lounge.
Mr. Gaxley will go into the elevator and will leaving you there in the box by yourself with your crew.
V's going to take like an entire bottle of alcohol off his shelf and just put it in the Sporran as soon as he's gone.
Is there nibbles? Because Radar is helping it. He's hungry.
I mean, there's...
Yeah, Radar's munching on canapes and whatnot, and sushi.
Yeah, Baphomet's Maximilian out of the bag to go and have some nibbles as well.
Right now,
Release the spider possum.
There's bar peanuts right now. If you want food, you could probably get it later out there in the...
No, it's fine. It's just peanuts for a possum and whatever V and Ray want to pick out.
I love the idea of this horrible little possum hand silently reaching out of that bag and just...
she puts the bag down and the possum doesn't come out, but it just keeps reaching out and grabbing peanuts.
Yeah.
And when V tries to go, it moves faster than V and takes the peanuts.
Holy shit! That possum's dynamite.
Not even mad. That's just impressive.
Yeah.
Guys, I have to admit this isn't quite what I expected.
what do you mean?
Well, I mean, I thought he'd seen my work and wanted to, I don't know.
He has, Baff. He said he wanted to capitalize on your fame.
I know, but video games. Why do you know I don't like video games?
We literally just beat up a man who streams murder. It's basically a live video game.
That's not...
That's exactly what it is. Also, Baffy, you literally said earlier, you can't be cautious all your life.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to go with the flow.
Why are we in this weird position where me, Radar, wants to have a job from Fleabert Gaxley and Baphomet, the celebrity and star, doesn't?
Right, and you get to be an avatar in a video game, Baff. I thought that'd be right up your alley.
Plus, I bet you'll even pay us money as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. How we get paid?
And more to the point, I've already nicked like 3 bottles of his booze, so we need to take this job.
That's stronger than any contract.
We're in deep.
Take 3 bottles. I'm sure he'll just give you a bottle if you ask. You don't have to. He's rich. He can afford bottles of booze.
Yeah, but
it turns out that Fleabert Gaxley is the biggest crimper ever.
You don't get this rich by giving away money.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, guys, I just don't want to look bad. I don't play video games. That's right. That's your thing. I don't want to go in there and fail on national, galaxy-wide HoloNet.
Well, you won't. You'll have us to back you up. And this isn't a broadcast. This is a beta test. This is to see if it works.
Yeah, this isn't going to be like a difficulty analysis. This will probably be used for data to make the game more fun, easy to play.
Yeah, you'll be helping people.
Yeah, and it's pretty gap stuff as well. That's well interesting. Yeah, that's your territory, Radar.
Yeah, people keep saying that, and that doesn't make me comfortable.
Well,
I was a little bit concerned. It was like, and he sort of taps the side of his head, like direct interface. But if they've he made a hat. I know.
He assured us that there are no brain plugs.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I would feel much less enthusiastic about it if there were brain needles.
I was just getting weird dreams about it, just thoughts then, But yeah, no, I'm up for this.
Well, I guess it won't hurt.
Probably. Ultimately, it's your decision, Baff. It's your frame they want to capitalize on, and we'll be here to help you out if you need video game stuff help. You know?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I guess it can't.
What's the worst that could happen?
Oh my god! I'm just going to stare at me.
You always say that every time. Terrible things happen.
Yeah.
You've jinxed it.
That's it now.
Yeah, we're dead.
All right, look, guys.
Yeah, Baph, come on, it's a game. Games are fun.
You're right. It's a game. It's for fun, and at the end of the day, lots of famous people have video game cameos. I guess this is fine. This is my next step back to my my. Okay, all right. All right. Why not?
Yeah.
Why
And
not?
worst case scenario, if it goes wrong, they'll pull us out.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish you guys would stop saying worst case scenario and what could go wrong. I just feel like we're really, we're just really towing the line against jinxing it here. But
Baffy, think of this like a springboard back into celebrity fame.
Yeah.
Yes, I just, yeah. You know what? You're right. Let me just. And she's gonna close her eyes and shake her hands and go. You can do this. This is nothing. It's just video games. You've got your friends with you.
You've played video games with Ryder before.
I've watched Ryder play video games.
You remember that one with the amazing graphics? Castle Quest 9, the one that had like 12 colors of pixels in it?
Oh, is that the one with the? No, wait, that was.
The one that's got that famous quote, like, "What is a man?" That one.
Castrovelia.
Yeah. She just stares at you blankly. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. But listen, it's fine. I think it should be a good idea. All right. Why not? Right, guys?
Yeah, why not?
Besides, having Mr. Gaxley's, backing would be an easy step back into the limelight for me.
There you go.
And from there, it's one easy step to, elsewhere. Sure. All right then. Let's do it.
That's what video games used to be used for a while. They used to be used for like advertising purposes, for like pushing brands and whatnot. That's how they became that
boring.
I had a look into this, and then there was the advertising collapse thing, and then it just became video games again.
Yeah, but swings and roundabouts, as you said.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So how do we call Gaxley back up?
Yep. Soon you hear the elevator ding again, and Mr. Gaxley steps back out. So, what have you decided?
We will do it. It sounds like an interesting offer, and one that I'm happy to take on. As is my crew.
Ah, excellent. Then great. We shall prepare then for tomorrow. But for the rest of today, I would like for you and your crew to enjoy the luxuries of my ship. Please, free food, drink, and have you. And I can see that someone has been quite enjoying my drinks over there. He notices the
looks shifty.
Looks side looks at V, side looks at his pockets.
Looks back at Radar.
Radar be both like just sitting there with bottles of booze in their pockets, really
They clank when they move.
Yeah, we jingle.
But please.
Ryder's the only one trying to be reserved, but she has like put bits of cucumber in her glass of sake.
That's a rookie move. The cucumbers are cheap. You gotta go for the booze. I mean,
what?
V, shut up! You're losing it.
Thank you, Fleabert. That would be lovely. We'd love to take in the splendor of the party too.
Excellent. Well, before you go, and he heads over to the bar and reaches around before grabbing something and pulling it out, and you see that they're pamphlets. And he hands each one, and you realize that these pamphlets are actually maps, are old school like paper maps of the entire ship. I thought for retro's sake, it'd be kind of cool to have a map of our ship in paper form. A little token.
This is retro.
Little token for our guests to keep and remember.
Old school nave.
Oh, thank you. That's
where?
How delightfully quaint.
How do you zoom in?
No,
you
don't.
move it closer. Look, I'm just gonna take Ryder's hands and just move it closer to her face.
Oh! Of course, at any time that you guys wish to use an actual other means of maps, you can always ask one of our data terminals throughout the ship. They'd be more than happy to give you a more digital map if you wish.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool.
And I thank you guys as well for coming. Please, is there anything else I can do for you before you go and explore my ship?
I'd like to know a little more about this this game. Actually, what have you got like a design document for it, or have you not done any research on it yet?
Mr. Gaxley smiles before saying, "Oh, my dear, we will be more than happy to go through that information tomorrow. I'm sure that I don't want to trouble you with more information until then. Please go enjoy yourself. I insist."
All right.
Well, we make our way politely out the alley, I suppose.
Actually, hang on a sec. I'm going to do a sense motive on that, just real quick.
All right.
Which I have a skill here. Oh, that's not a good roll. 18 for sense motive.
All right. Let me.
How is that not a good roll?
Well, I rolled a 4 on the dice, and my sense motive is 14.
Yeah.
All right. Rolling. You notice that he has when he said that there is a bit of a you notice there's a little twitch, but otherwise he seems like being sincere that you guys go enjoy, but talking about what's going on in the machine, he doesn't want to talk about it right now. Like you're getting that sense.
Okay, so he might be hiding something. Ryder's not going to say anything. She's just going to smile and nod to him. Okay, Mr. Gaxley. Guess we'll go and enjoy the party then.
Indeed. Have a nice evening, my dears. And motions for you to head to the elevator.
Alrighty.
All right, head to the elevator.
Yeah, V's going to press the button for it this time before Ryder can walk up the wall again.
Save her from herself.
Is Ryder still wearing heels?
No, she'd be wearing her flats.
Oh, okay,
She still has not learned how to walk in heels properly.
Change her heels later.
All right, so you guys do ride all the way back down. The doors open, and there's the sliding door out of the theater. Are you guys heading out?
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, do you want to go and watch more of that that show that we passed with the swords and the
puppets?
Yeah,
we can do. But first, I want to find like a burger bar or something. There has to be a burger joint on here somewhere.
Didn't you have any food?
No, they had like peanuts, and then Bash Paulson kept grabbing them.
Little nibbly things. Oh, I was wondering where all my stuff went.
Yeah.
Maximilian. Puss.
Maximilian pops their heads out, looking guilty. They look almost always guilty.
They're like coyotes.
Hey, that's racist.
Leave. I'm gonna hold a hand out. Leave.
What are you trying to get from Maximilian?
Like I'm trying to see if it's got anything in its like crop or something.
Yeah, it spits out a pair of shades.
What? The shades are bigger than it is.
They're like small pince nez.
Right.
Gross. Ryder's going to shake the saliva off of them and wipe them on her dress. What?
No,
oh, bugger. I shouldn't have done that, should I?
No.
It's fine. We can get that cleaned up. They're bound to have cleaning services here. And by the time we're done eating and everything else, we'll probably need a little tidy anyway. It's okay. They can clean blood off these things. They can clean drool off.
Right, yeah. They did.
Head on over to the thingy bar. I'm going to go and find somewhere to eat. Do you want anything?
Yeah, I'll have a fish burger if they got one.
I'll have a burger too.
Fish burger. Well, you're coming with me, because I can't carry it all.
You know, fried fish, bread.
Yeah, I think we can sort something. Fish burger. Noted.
Cool.
What about you, Bath? Do you want anything?
Beth hasn't been paying attention. She's been kind of staring winsomely about. No, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay.
Where can I find you guys afterwards?
We'll be at the puppet theater and then head back to the ship, I guess.
Wait, I thought you guys were eating first.
We're gonna eat during the show.
You can't eat during the show, Raider.
Why not?
Wait, why not?
Because it's theatre.
It's a street puppet show.
Yeah, it's an outdoors theater. So
yeah,
it's still very rude to eat a burger while staring at these guys doing a show.
It's alright, they can't stop us. They have to break character.
Have you guys never seen street theatre? Okay, never mind. It doesn't matter. That's going to like stare at you guys and then go like, all right, I'll catch up with you later.
They're just used to sitting in front of a movie and eating popcorn and rotisserie chicken or whatever the fuck they used to do like that.
Right, I can't eat popcorn anymore.
Oh, why not?
It's bittersweet.
Oh.
It's like V and mashed potato. It's been ruined for them.
Okay, mine didn't involve an eldritch deity possessing my food, but okay.
They're both traumatic experiences based in food.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Where's Crunch at this point? Was his name Crunch?
still at the door, just leaning against the door. Not the door, but by next to the door. It's like
V.
So cool.
V, look.
Well.
V, look. It's Crunch.
Hey, Rod's gonna walk up to Crunch. Hey, buddy, down here.
He looks down.
Oh, hello there.
What there? What time do you get off work today?
And you see him like looking at his a data pad on his wrist as you ask that. Like,
About another hour or two.
Okay. Do you want to come for a drink later? I've got some friend who might like to meet you. Might be fun.
Sure, I wouldn't mind having a drink.
Alrighty. Well, I see you've got a healthy appetite for beer, so a few more of those.
Tell him we're getting food.
I'm getting food as well.
Well, I'll be sure to bring some of my own food, and I would be happy to join you for a drink.
Alrighty. Look forward to seeing you there.
I recommend The Last Drop. It's my favorite little hangout.
the
last drop.
I like the sound of that.
You open, and if you look at your map, you can see that he will then point to like towards one of the corners of the ship. There's this like, you know how it's like fancier in the center, and then kind of gets. I mean, it still looks fancy as you go out, but you know you can tell there's a little more reserved.
In the suburbs.
A little more reserved, kind of, you know, for the workers and such as well.
Less gaudy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More down to earth. More down
Guys,
to.
we just stepped out of a gold elevator.
Right, yeah, well, brilliant.
Right.
Hey, there we go, V. You've got your date.
Wait, what?
What?
I mean, well, thanks for spoiling the surprise, you know.
V was there.
I know. Just... never mind.
All right.
It's the subtlety thing all over again.
Look, the last time we tried anything subtle, a bike landed on me, alright?
That is also true.
Not a lot of luck with subtlety.
Confetti. And a possum.
And oh, Radar still has a fresh, like, pink scar across his nose from that.
Ooh.
All right. So we little post-then credits scene. We come to our party. Then moving on, Baphomet heads off somewhere while the rest of the crew go gets burgers, a fish burger, and V finds probably the largest hoagie sandwich on the ship that he.
Yes.
Radar has acquired from somewhere a 2-pound beef burger.
Indeed. The big beef burger. And
that is 8 quarter-pounders for those of you who can't do maths.
That's a beef burger.
That's a Borg.
And then you guys enjoy the theater before spending the part of the evening enjoying At the Last Drop with Crutch.
Yeah.
Nice.
And as we close for the night, we have even one more post scene. Deep within the ship, further, it is dark, but inside what looks like a giant hangar, you see there's lights flickering as there's a glass window overlooking this. Looks like a piece of wreck that is blinking with lights and such. And you could tell it's Mr. Gaxley as he looks down. And he presses his hand against the glass. It's like, so, soon we'll learn your secrets soon enough.
Hey everyone, and thank you for listening to Cosmopunk. We're on Spotify, iTunes, all the regulars. We're also over on Twitter at Cosmopunks with an S. If you like our style, let us know on the community Discord. Link in the description. You may have heard mention of D&D 5e in the intro. You'll have to keep listening to find out what that means. Once again, thank you so much for listening, and we'll be seeing you in 2 weeks. Till then, shoot straight and roll high.